Hi, my name is Jason Sarmiento, Archivist for the Bulosan Center for Filipinx Studies and the Department of Archives and Special Collections at the University of Library. For Filipinx American History Month, I'd like to highlight 6 books, novels, and publications that embody the Fil-Am and diasporic spirit. Let's start off with Carlos Bulosan and His Poetry, compiled by Susan Evangelista. Carlos Bulosan is commonly remembered as a labor activist, and his novel America is in the Heart, but he has published several poems. Common themes include the downtrodden laborer, the devastation of World War II, but later in his life he focused his efforts as a third world poet, writing about the worldwide struggles of the global South and colonized peoples. This anthology is important as it illustrates the different mediums that activism can take place. Pinay Guerrilleras by Bulosan Center historian Stacey Salinas traces the overlooked history of Filipino guerrilla fighters during World War II. Along with archival research, Stacey conducted first-hand oral history interviews with families and the veterans in order to uncover and highlight these stories. This book showcases the bravery of these Filipinas and illustrates how their presence and heroic feats in a male-dominated war zone show that Filipinas could excel in combat roles, not just serving as nurses, typists, or secretaries. This book is important for the Filipinx experience, as it uncovers the efforts of Filipinas during the war, as 1 out of 10 guerrilla fighters were women. The sacrifices of these guerrilleras were historically overshadowed, and the guerrilleras were not properly honored until 2016, after President Barack Obama signed the Filipino Veterans of World War II Congressional Gold Medal Act. Little Manila is in the Heart by the late Dr. Don Mabalon examines the history of Stockton's Filipino community in relation to the wider Filipinx diasporic narrative. Spanning from the early 20th century to the 2000s, this book traces the effects of U.S. colonialism, early farmworker immigration waves, and social and community life in Stockton. Dr. Mabalon has a personal connection within this book, as her family history and experiences intertwines with various historical events. A pivotal chapter in this book details the destruction of the Little Manila neighborhood during the 1960s urban renewal campaigns to the 2000s historic preservation efforts to preserve the remnants of the neighborhood. I had the opportunity to work with Dr. Mabalon in various AAPI and Filipinx initiatives before her passing, and like the rest of the Filipinx scholars that she impacted, we are doing our best to make her proud. This book holds a special place in my heart because Dr. Mabalon signed this copy while we were tabling a booth together during the 2015 Delano Grape Strike anniversary. Alon, the Journal for Filipinx American and Diasporic Studies, was launched by the Bulosan Center in 2020 and published on the UC's e-scholarship platform. The topics of this online journal overall focus on the Fil-Am and diasporic histories and experiences, but Alon goes beyond the typical academic journal with research papers and book reviews by using the flexibility of digital publishing to showcase artistic pieces, monograph appraisals, and visual art productions. Issue 2 of Alon just published and features essays on the usage of the Filipinx term from the LGBTQIA+ perspective, racial politics during the 1920s, a foreign piece on the play Black Henry, and poetry by Luis Igloria. Alon is a new and important outlet for current Filipinx studies research, as it is the first peer-reviewed journal for the field. This journal provides an outlet for Filipinx studies scholars residing outside of the university setting, as it has a specific scope on highlighting the perspectives of community activists and artists. Migrants for Export by Bulosan Center Director Dr. Robyn Rodriguez explores the transformation of the Philippines into a labor brokerage state. As 10% of the total population is employed as overseas Filipino workers, Dr. Rodriguez traces the historical influences of the labor brokerage during the colonial period, how the Philippine government aligned itself with job training programs to assess worldwide labor demands, and how government agencies directly market Filipinos as cheap sources of labor to countries across the globe. Dr. Rodriguez also highlights the labor activism for protections and workers' rights championed by groups such as Migrante International. This book is interesting as it shows how the Philippine government is actively using the model minority myth as a marketing tool and the consequences of portraying Filipinos as industrious but docile workers. Migrants for Export lays the groundwork for the Bulosan Center's philosophy of uplifting the most marginalized of the Filipinx populations and continues to inspire the Bulosan Center's transnational labor activist scholars. I hope you check out and enjoy these selected readings for Filipinx American History Month. For more information on the Bulosan Center, please visit bulosancenter.ucdavis.edu. Thanks for watching.